Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. My name's Inferno, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make really great videos. Come on, let's go! Alright, so my first lesson for you is that there should never be any part of your video where nothing's happening. Generally, you can make content about whatever you want and someone will find it interesting, but what nobody finds interesting is nothing going on. So if there's ever a moment where you're not talking or nothing's happening, then you gotta cut that out. Here's what that looks like. Hey guys, Inferno here, and today we're gonna be talking about videos. Now let's see if we can make that better. Hey guys, Inferno here. Today we're gonna be talking about videos. Now that is an improved clip. Let's move on to the next thing.
Yeah, fun.
And now for my second tip. I'm here in my studio where I record most of my videos, and it's a pretty good idea to have one of these. It gives you a place to store all your equipment, it gives your videos a similar look and sound, and it lets you build a cool set. The problem is I don't have one of those. My background's boring as hell. So let's put some stuff in it. Alright, let's see what we got in the old closet. Broken lamp, glue, Pokemon Conquest for the DS, hell yeah! Fuck. My favorite book, my favorite hat, certificate with my full name and address on it, okay maybe not this one, 15-pound weight I haven't used in years, vacuum cleaner, Tempur-Pedic pillow that isn't even comfortable, hell yeah! Where do I put it? Ah, fuck. And last but not least, my favorite painting. I think I'll put this right here. Now that's a good set. And just like that, my audience retention doubled. That's the power of a good set design. So yeah, now I've taught you about keeping your viewers engaged and designing the perfect studio, but I think we've gotten ahead of ourselves because I don't know if you even know how to make a video. Does anyone? Well, anyone besides me. Well, all you really need to make videos is a camera, and some people think too much about that. They think that they need the best camera on the market, but all you really need is your phone's camera if you're starting out. Then all you need is a tripod or some other way to keep your camera in the right place and you're golden. Something else you should think about while you're doing that is framing. You want to make sure what you're actually filming is in the frame of the video. What the hell? Who's doing that? Is it the wind? Sorry, my apologies. I get really annoyed when my camera starts doing that. What the hell? Another common issue to have while filming videos is lighting. This can be pretty difficult for beginners. If you don't have big boy lights like these, you're probably going to want to film in a room with lots of natural light in the daytime. You don't necessarily need amazing lighting to film at night, but it does help. Even big awesome lights like these aren't perfect. I need to have them plugged in at all times, and they're pretty big and unwieldy, so I have to get creative with them sometimes. But generally I can use them wherever I need. Not outside though. But hey, it's all worth it because people being able to see you generally isn't looked down upon. So yeah, that's lighting, and with that we've covered most of what's important about footage, but there's still one more thing you should consider, and that's you. Take it away, me. Thanks, me. Something you should take consideration of when you're making a video is how you look. Now, of course, you should always look your best, but what I'm more so talking about is keeping it consistent. If your video takes multiple days or shots to film, then you might change your shirt, your hair, you might shave, and people might notice that kind of thing, so you want to keep that consistent throughout your videos. Anyways, on to the next topic. Alright, the next big important thing we're talking about is audio. Now, this is a complex topic with many layers to it, so let's break it down one thing at a time. Throughout this video, you've been hearing the audio from my camera, but I also have a microphone with me, so let's switch to that. Now, if you're recording audio and video from two separate sources, an issue you might run into is desync. Desync is basically when you take audio from one place and visuals from another place and you put them together and they don't match up. Now, this is a pretty easy issue to solve. You just have to match them up in post-production, so hopefully I remember to do this. Oh, I didn't. Oh well. Well, if you're recording your footage and audio from the same place, then you don't have to worry about this, but you still have plenty to worry about, like your audio environment. You may have noticed that there's a blanket behind me, and there's also one in front of me, and there's a few on the walls. These serve the essential purpose of insulating the audio in this room so that it sounds better. This is the same thing audiophone is for, and that's why you see it in so many videos. However, in the famous words of me, fuck audio foam. So yeah, if you're not into taping a bunch of ugly, annoying audio foam to your walls and hoping that it sticks, then hanging blankets around your rooms can be a good alternative. You want to do this because it helps insulate the audio in your room, which can prevent echoing, which is the worst thing for your audio. And echoes like that can be absorbed by things like blankets or audio foam, which is why it's good to have them, especially in front of you or behind you, although in front is usually more convenient. Anyways, on to the next audio topic. Alright, so the next issue we're going to be talking about is actually a pretty funny issue. It's plosives. Plosives! Plosives are what happens when you say the letter P and air comes spitting out your mouth, because that's what happens when you say that letter. It's only P, no other letters are like this. If you've recorded videos before, you've probably noticed this, unless you have a really good microphone. This is generally worse the worse your microphone is. Now, there are a few good things you can do to avoid this issue. One, when you're using the sound P, do it away from the microphone or do it a little bit more quietly. Or two, use a pop filter like this. Now, the microphone I'm using right now actually does have a pop filter, but let's see what happens when you disregard all that stuff.
Hey yo, the pizza here!
Alright, let's hear that.
Hey yo, the pizza here!
Not so great, actually. Not so great, is it? Now, this is a minor issue, but it's really easy to get wrong as a beginner, so I thought I should include it. Anyways, now on to the last audio tip. Alright, so my last piece of advice when it comes to audio is what you do after you record it. That's right, I'm talking post-production. Generally, your audio's not perfect when you record it. It's either too loud or too quiet, or there's some other stuff you want to fix, and you can do that in post-production. This is especially relevant if you have multiple clips in your video, because some might be too loud, some might be too quiet, some might be just right, and you want to equalize them all so that they all have the same level of audio. There's also other things you can do, like make your audio fade in or out, or add certain effects to it. Some effects are really useful for tweaking your audio, like compressors, and some are really funny. Let me demonstrate. Civilization, society are falling, and so am I, for you.
I love you. Well,
you, but it wasn't meant to be. Oh, I can't stand it anymore.
Anyways, the next thing we're going to be talking about is music. Music is also some type of audio that you add in post-production. Generally, you want to have some nice, quiet music that fits the background well and makes the video just flow really nicely. It really pulls it all together, adds a nice, neat little bow tie on top. Now, I'm not going to tell you what type of music you need to use, but I do have some recommendations. If you're uploading to YouTube, you should probably use music that won't get you copyrighted. Good stuff that isn't copyrighted is stuff that's labeled non-copyright, like Kevin MacLeod, or video game soundtracks, which usually don't get you copyright stricken. The absolute perfect track for a video is something that's not going to get you copyright stricken and fits the mood of the video. Let me pick out something right now. Oh, I think this one will be good. Whew. Now that's a good copyright-free song. This is exactly what I wanted to be listening to right now. Yep, you made a good choice, future me. This is it. This is the music that fits this occasion right now. Anyways, I think I've had enough of talking about audio. I really want to get out of here. Alright, let's do something else. Alright, so the next filmmaking technique we're covering is transitions. Transitions are for when you want to go from one scene to another as smoothly as possible. The one I just used is called the background is blank and then guy walks into frame and starts talking transition. That's a phrase I actually came up with. But there's many more useful ones to consider, so let's go over those. That one is called the hand job. Let me show you another one. Whoa, where am I? How'd I get here? Oh, I got here using the fade through black transition, of course, which is something funny you can do with your lights if you're in a dark room. But you can also do this with editing. Let me demonstrate. Speaking of editing, there's several types of transitions that you can make use of using editing softwares. Let me show you some of them. of those are useful and cool in their own way, but what I didn't show you is what is by far the most useful and versatile transition. You ready to see it? 3, 2, 1. What? I never said the most useful transition would be the most interesting. But hey, now I got a green screen behind me, and this thing can be used for a lot of stuff. Let's show you that stuff. Whoa, what is this place? Full of splendor and wonder. Oh, a red button. I wonder what this does.
Oh shit! A black hole! Ah!
You probably thought I just fell into this black hole and died, but nope. It was all just a little movie magic thanks to this green screen. Let me show you how it works. If you don't know how they work, green screens might seem like complicated magic, but they're actually quite simple. They employ a filter known as a keyer, which keys out a certain color, in this case green, and voila! There goes the background, and yet I'm still here. Now we can put whatever we want back here. Okay, maybe not that. Yeah, that's pretty good. These filters also usually come with a few optimizable settings in order to get the best result. Now, you might run into a few problems when you use one of these. First of all, never wear a green shirt. Alright, that's better. Like I was saying, never wear a green shirt because then your torso is going to get filtered out right with the background. However, once you get past these issues, green screens have a huge potential to be used for videos. I mean, just look at my friend Fi Giggly over here. He uses it for all his videos. And hey, check it out! I can be Fi Giggly too! Ha! There I am with the Fi background. Hold on, let me adjust my keyer a little bit. Alright, there we go. That's the perfect green screen use. And just like that, I've been transported to a new world. There's plenty of other things you can use them for too, like if I use it like this, I can make it look like I'm flying in another clip. Overall, green screens are going to be one of your best friends when it comes to immersing people in places that should not be possible for your videos. Anyways, let's move on to the next subject. Whoop! Alright, now my next piece of advice is something that's very commonplace in media, but you may or may not want to do it, and that is censorship of swearing. Now, some reasons you may want to do this include the children, advertiser money, or because you find it funny, so we're going to teach you guys how to do it. The actual censorship part is easy. All you need to do is add a sound that blocks out the sound of the swear. This could be a bleep or a sound effect, whatever you want. All that matters is that you block the sound of the swear. Let me demonstrate.
Stupid fucking bitch. Stupid fucking asshole, all righteous fucking nit.
Oh, I almost forgot. Here's another fun thing you can do with your green screen. You can overlay yourself on top of other footage to provide commentary about it in post-production. Isn't that funny? Anyway, I think I'm interrupting something, so I'll let you get back to that.
Neighbor who thinks he can let his dog shit in my yard, and now I'm the asshole because I took a shit in his yard. Please. Boom! Censored! That's how we do it in the business, folks.
Alright, next topic. If you've gotten this far in the video, then clearly you're interested in the art of film. But if you're going to start making videos yourself, then you ought to learn how to act. And I'm not talking about behavior, I'm talking about play and pretend. Acting can be seen in many facets of life, whether it be movies or politics, and it can be useful for your videos too. Now, I've never actually acted or played a character in any of my videos, but it's never too late to start, so here's my costume and... Hey, what's up, guys? I'm a fly guy. You know what I can do with this here hat? Fly. Woo! Woo! I'm the fly guy! Whoa! Now, you may or may not believe it, but that was actually me playing the part of a character with a really cool hat, so... there you go, that's the power of acting. Anyways, I'll see you in the next bit. Alright, so for my next tip, I'm gonna... oh, by golly, would you look at the time? I'm gonna be late for my neighbor's baptism. I gotta wrap this up. What I just did right there is a subtle technique in which I pretend to have something better to do in order to generate an excuse to end this video. It's a very commonly used technique among streamers and YouTubers. Anyways, I think we have time for one more big topic. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to talk about is something very important that you're likely going to be doing in all your videos, and that is adding things to the screen in post-production. This is useful for everything to adding a webcam to your video, to adding special effects, to tweaking things a little bit, and it's going to be very useful for you. In fact, I've been using it this entire video. Here's an example. I bet that you thought that this painting in my background was real, but nope, I simply overlaid it on the original video using my editing software. It's very easy to do this. All you have to do is import whatever media you want to use and overlay it on top of the video that you're using. I'm actually using this technique right now by putting this B-roll footage over the footage of me talking so that you don't realize that I took all my clothes off. This is also how the green screen works. I can remove my background using the green screen, implement a new one, and voila, I'm there. You can also use this to add special effects to your videos. On the internet you can find videos like these which have a special effect with a green background. Using the keying method you can remove this background and then apply it to your video. Let me demonstrate. Whoa, I split myself in two! You sure did. What I've done right now is a neat trick where I've recorded two separate videos, one of me right here and one of me over there, and then I spliced them together to make it seem like there's two me's. Pretty cool trick, huh? Yeah, it's a pretty neat trick. Now get the hell out of here. Okay. This kind of video splicing can be used for all kinds of things, like for example, webcams. Webcams are a huge part of online content, whether they be with gaming, streaming, or even reaction videos. And they're very simple to add. All you need is a recording of yourself doing whatever you're doing, put it in the corner, and voila, you have a webcam.
This video sucks, dude. Get on with it.
Who invited this guy?
That would be your mother.
Let's get him out of here.
You can get rid of me all you want. That's not gonna change the fact that this video sucks.
Alright, with that guy gone, we can finally get into the last aspect of this topic. Keyframing. Keyframing is a method of making crude yet very useful animations, and I've also been using this throughout this entire video. How keyframing works is you take a certain object, you press the keyframing button, you wait a certain amount of time, and then you make some changes to it, and then over that amount of time, those changes you made to that object will appear. Now that might seem confusing, but it's actually pretty intuitive. Let me show you. Alright, put a red square right here. Now make it go left halfway across the screen. Alright, now make it rotate 360 degrees 5 times. Alright, now make it double in size. Alright, now do all those things at once. And there you have it, keyframing. Overall, it's not so hard to use and it's very useful. So, now I've told you how to make a good video, but how do you end a good video? Well, any YouTuber worth their salt knows that the only good way to end a video is with an unnecessarily hard-ass outro. So without further ado, hit it!